Well, I cooked. Let's see. Can you see it? There's the ham. That is the turkey breast. And this right here is yams. Let me see. Undress them a little bit. The yams. I'll be eating later. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Yams. So we got, and this right here is kale out of my garden. So, yeah. Kale. And so we got, see, that's a little bit better. Strawberries. 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 Not from the can. So, there you go. The turkey. You can see a piece. Sliced. See? Okay. Not bad. And the ham, a little piece. Dripping. Turkey, ham. Oh. Single person, that's a lot of food. I guess Trump. Oh, I guess Trump has pardoned the turkey. He did a terrible job. He's a terrible president. And he's gonna be on a buffet for Thanksgiving dinner. Wow. In Florida. I don't know the taste of this. This is morning time. I'm gonna have breakfast here in a minute. I'm gonna make have ham and eggs. First, I think I'll make there's a cup of grits. The yams. Well, there's right now. I just got in the refrigerator. I just sliced them like that, but I need to reheat it so the butter that's on there will remelt. I don't do marshmallows. The ham is too high up to put the lid that comes with this on. Well, we'll see after the holidays. You know, everybody thought Mueller was gonna be like the Russian mafia, or like Trump, and do subpoenas right before Thanksgiving. Con artists is always like, hurry up, we gotta get this done as fast as we can. When and that's what type of business practice that Trump has been doing in the White House. It's like he has to hurry up, do everything in secrecy. When you're there to represent. Like in North Korea, the reason why that guy is sort of a god to them is because I guess if they ask for certain things that are reasonable to their type of culture, then they would probably receive it. You know, um, you know what I'm saying? Um, I think the people in North Korea, they have education system. They get food, they get shelter, they get clothing, and they get plenty of good exercise from the looks of it because um, they don't look like American type of bodies. American bodies, like you get the big asses because they're sitting in the car while they eat. They're at work and they sit and they eat. They go home, they sit on their couch and they eat, or they, so it's mostly sitting opposed to walking anywhere. Um, um, but I don't know. It's 4:18. I got a while for breakfast. I'm not even hungry, but I cooked my Thanksgiving dinner, and um, all I can think of is that we do need to get um, Trump investigation. Excuse me, moving a little bit forward over the holidays. I hate this time of year. Everybody wants to take off. Excuse me, take off for vacation, and hiccup at a burp or something, and um, because like then like this is November, Thanksgiving, then we have Christmas, so we have just a short window, and Trump's trying to push this budget through, right? Better messy, and so anyway, the only reason why they can't put it through is because they didn't take the bipolar. They didn't go along with procedures, have some input with the Democrats. They're just trying to sneak in stuff like, repealing health care at the last minute and doing really weird stuff. I think that Trump, the people that he has working for him, because like if he said he didn't know that he was repealing the elephant thing, that he just, I think it's Kushner, his daughter, and I don't know who else he has there, but they don't know anything about policies. They never studied like constitutional law. They have no idea about finances, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, and don't think that Mueller doesn't have his tax returns. Don't think that Trump didn't leave a paper trail regardless. Don't think that white Caucasian men do not pay attention to money. That's another thing with these people that think they're con artists. They always think that everybody is stupid as stupid. But they don't have respect that we're not all a jack of all trades. Some people stay in their lane, and that's what they do. And they might only do that. And you might have a chef cook, but he ain't no accountant. You might have an accountant, but he's no cook. Can a chef marry an accountant? Yeah. Can a chef be a chef and accountant? Yeah. But they don't go hand in hand. So, and that's, what I'm saying, like if you lie, cheat, and steal, and usually you can see who he's been lying and cheating to, like the construction workers that he doesn't pay, to the contractors he doesn't pay so they can pay the construction workers, the casino, he couldn't keep, he couldn't keep money in the casino, so much taking it out. And his property in Manhattan, people don't want his name like on down in Soho. And it's understandable. I wouldn't stay any place with the name Trump on it. Knowing that he's sort of a narcissistic, racist pervert. that want to grab women by the pussy, I'm like, I wouldn't, he, you know, he wouldn't have to worry about no Secret Service with me because I ain't worried about him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not coming up into the, he's not going to come to Memphis. We might go to Nashville, but I highly doubt it. Florida ain't about shit. And, he should be down there still helping people recover. There is so much government business that has to be done. And believe me, the FBI and everybody else that's investigating the Russian and Trump treasonous collusion together, treasonous traitor meetings that he had. He just had meetings, you know what I mean, in Vietnam with Putin. 2 meetings with Putin. And he don't want the American newspaper there, but he's going to have the Russian news people there. And don't think the Russian news people don't don't report the news. The news that, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. So, and that's another thing. Trump Jr., Keshner, Flynn, Manor, and all of those people like that, even if you were traveling, even if you went private, public, however you travel, there's a paper trail there. There's a paper trail with their emails, with their tweets, and Trump himself, hey, stop treating Trump. Because you tell him to stop, he's gonna keep doing it. I won't even get into what type of information that is out there, because they have no respect for the justice system, because they have no respect for the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? And as long as they can point a finger at somebody else, I think that we have a good chance of with the investigation, and I think Mueller might be just the right man to be leading this, as he doesn't seem like he's fazed by their little elementary, because a lot of people, that type of, with that, who is it, that Moore guy, he's acting very elementary. Oh, they all a bunch of lies, and he got a bunch of women behind him. Yeah, I see that a lot. You can see girls over here. They got sexually abused by their father. Their father ain't nothing but a pervert. They standing right behind him. And got a daughter. And don't say nothing to him, because they're gonna act like you the one. And be like, The only way to stop those bitches from coming over is to invite them over. If you don't invite them over, they want to show up. You know what I'm saying? But they too fucking smart. And that's, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of situations. I've been in situations where people are like, oh, I thought you were stupid. I was like, yeah, I would just watch you hang yourself. I ain't got nothing to do with it, but you can still blame me. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, not everybody is a narcissistic type of person. We can't all enjoy seeing other people's misery and suffering, as the Trump seems like they're doing, especially with their appeal of Obama healthcare, with their this bill they're trying to put out for our budget, with that, with the tax cuts to the wealthy and tax actually increase to the poor. We pay into Social Security, but they want to take away our Social Security. So they're gonna take it off your fucking paycheck too. We have roads with sinkholes in them. We have roads with potholes in it. We have bridges that are crumbling. We got tunnels that are crumbling. We have a transportation system that is archaic at best, because we don't allow competition. Everything is in a monopoly now. It's all the airplanes. Okay, you can say, oh, there's 3 or 4 airplanes, but what happened with our trains? They got everything, a good argument, a good excuse. Look over here. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing is that the people that they usually attack and harm, Trump, people, his daughter Ivanka and Trump Jr. and Eric and whoever else that's around him with their little Russian mafia. Russia knows exactly what they're doing. They're trying to make chaos and confusion and destroy America at its fiber by using neo-Nazis, white supremacists, Ku Klux Klan, uh, propaganda, using those people because they really have not passed down the history. They're really, mistaken. And you could see with Trump in the office, and you could see with Paul Ryan, and you could see with Pence, and you could see with Moore, and you could see with a lot of the Republicans, the way that they think and the things that they do is more harmful to the United States, because a lot of their action is pending on the who lobbied to put the most money in their, for lobbyists that put money in their pocket through their election. So if they get more money put in by Exxon, funding them in the NRA, instead of representing the people, they're representing the companies. And they justify it by saying companies are people too. Companies are not people. It's just simple fact. It doesn't, that is the most ignorant, scary stuff that shows that we are retarding our growth. And that's what the Russians are counting on with the white supremacists and people like Trump. Is that they've been living a certain lifestyle for so many ways that are hypocritical to what, and then they're very cruel. You know what I'm saying? So they're bumping up against people that are not cruel. And one thing I remember, this one girl said, niceness was the worst thing that ever happened to me. And like, as long, if you know what I'm saying? And the thing is that sometimes you just have to let them trip over their own bottom lip. It's just simple fact. I think that's what Trump has done. They have proof that he met with Putin. Okay, and they know what they were talking about. They have proof with Trump Jr. and what he was talking about. And anything you did in the White House, since the people that they do investigate Russians all the time and are monitoring the Russians' conversation and recording, everything that had been said to Putin, everything they said in the White House with the Russians officials, everything they said in Trump Towers, all the money transactions that they have been doing in the last probably 4 decades. So Mueller, it does count that information comes back 40 years later. Trust me. That's why we got fucking history books, okay? So I think that Trump and his people and his advisor around him are making the best case for them doing a treasonous, unconstitutional act. That he was already in violation of the oath that he took to become president. So his lack of education, his lack of being debriefed by American intelligence, he wants to get his debriefed by Brighton, or rather by Russia and China, actually. And you're talking about fake news? Trump, you are fake news. They played you, been playing you. They just keeping you, they just, the same way you think you robbing everybody. Well, anyway, don't forget, stop cheating. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And, oh, mark my word, Kushner's not, and Ivanka, they're not Christians. So maybe by Christmas, you know what I'm saying? Right after Hanukkah. I don't know when Hanukkah falls this year. You know what I'm saying? You know, they need to save their children too. To have another generation of some low down, like diarrhea type of, they just squirt out shit. They just like the bowels of, they're just the worst thing, when it comes to, understanding the ins and out of the government. They're just pure shit. And then when it comes to understanding how things are run, and how, Americans are going to allow, to be dictated by a moron, especially one that looks like he has the onset of dementia, probably from syphilis, probably by grabbing all those pussies and kissing those women without their permission. In visiting the hoes, you got your 5 prostitutes in Russia, please. 5 Russian prostitutes. You know you got something. I don't care if 5 motherfucking prostitutes anywhere in this motherfucking world. You men are a goddamn fool. I see why your wives leave you. Because you're disgusting. You're revolting because of the simple fact that you don't have any fucking respect for the Constitution, for the American citizen, and you don't represent us in a way that will keep us safe and secure. You got to be impeached. You gave us no choice. And you could blame and point your fingers at everybody in the whole world if you want to, but it doesn't make a difference. When it boils down, it will be your actions. Be the actions of your past, actions of your present. And yeah, it's a long time coming, but you worked really, really hard to be impeached, because you worked really, really hard to stay friends with Russia and to try to make arrangements so you could win the election. And I think we're going to rectify that. Thank you, Mueller. Happy Thanksgiving.